Most people who die in the wilderness weren't found far from the trail. They were found close, sometimes within a mile. And the reason they didn't make it back has nothing to do with survival gear, water, or weather. It has everything to do with one thing most people never think about until it's too late. Here's what actually happens when someone gets lost. At first, nothing feels wrong. The forest looks familiar. The trail seems right. You're pretty sure you know the way. Then 20 minutes later, nothing matches. And here's the part that should terrify you. Scientists put people in open fields, blindfolded them, and told them to walk straight. Every single one of them walked in a circle. Not because they were confused, not because they panicked, because the human body itself is uneven. One leg pushes harder, one stride is longer, and tiny errors compound. In the wilderness, that means you can feel completely in control, while your own body is quietly leading you deeper in. So what do most people do the moment they feel uncertain? They walk faster. Fast movement feels like control. It feels like action. It feels productive. But movement without certainty isn't escaping. It's just distance from rescue. The very first rule of land navigation is the one most people never do. Stop. Just long enough for your brain to catch up. Ask yourself, what's the last place I knew exactly where I was? Roads, rivers, ridgelines, power lines, trails. That's your anchor. Everything starts from there. Now, most people say, I have GPS. I don't need this. And GPS is incredible until it isn't. Battery dies, screen cracks, no signal. The moment that screen goes black, many people realize something uncomfortable. They never actually learned direction. A compass doesn't care about signal, internet, or battery. North still exists when technology doesn't, and it's simpler than you think. A compass doesn't know where you are. It doesn't need to. All it does is one thing. It always points north. That's it. Now here's how you use that. A full circle is 360 degrees. North is 0. East is 90. South is 180. West is 270. Every direction you could possibly walk has a number. That number is called an azimuth. Before you take a single step off the trail, you pick a number. Let's say you're heading into the woods at 45 degrees northeast. You set that azimuth, you align the needle, and now you have something the forest can't take from you. A fixed reference point that exists outside your own perception. Because here's what the compass actually solves. It's not that you don't know where north is. It's that your body will lie to you about it. Every time. The compass doesn't lie. It has no legs, no dominant side, no fear. It just points. And when you're ready to come back, you add 180 degrees to your azimuth. 45 becomes 225. Turn until the needle matches. Walk. That's your way home. One number in, one number out. That's all it takes. But here's where beginners fail. They walk while staring at the compass. Don't. Instead, pick an object directly in your azimuth. A tree, a rock, a hilltop. Walk to it, then repeat. That one habit prevents the biggest navigation killer, directional drift. Direction is only half the problem. Distance destroys people too. You expect a road after 500 meters. It never appears. Now your brain starts doubting itself. And the moment confidence breaks, panic starts making your decisions. Professional navigators use pace count. A normal step is about 75 centimeters. Count your double steps. You've just built an internal odometer. Not perfect, but survival isn't about perfect. It's about staying oriented longer than panic does. And when you hit an obstacle, dense brush, a swamp, a ravine, most people just walk around it and keep going. Except now, they're no longer on their original line. The fix is almost stupidly simple. It's called the box technique. Turn 90 degrees. Count your steps. Clear the obstacle. Turn back to original direction, then return the exact same number of steps. You're back on your original line. Here's the part no survival manual tells you clearly enough. The wilderness isn't what gets people killed. Uncertainty is. Because once panic replaces direction, people stop navigating. They start wandering. First comes confidence, then doubt, then frustration, then panic. And panic doesn't just feel bad. It physically reduces your decision-making ability. Studies on stress and cognition confirm it. You start rushing, changing direction randomly, ignoring landmarks you'd normally notice. 1 degree off course becomes kilometers later. And by the time most people realize they're truly lost, darkness is already coming. Land navigation isn't really about maps or compasses or military technique. It's about maintaining certainty when your environment is actively trying to take it away. And the people who make it back aren't always the strongest or the fastest. They're the ones who stopped before they panicked, thought before they moved, and trusted direction over speed.